Oklahoma.
Right now at 10, a pickup truck overturns and catches fire in a crash north of Joplin. Plus, a local cookie company hosts a cookie decorating class just in time for Valentine's Day. Also, we're going to head over to Pittsburgh for the SEK Humane Society's 45th annual chili dinner. And hey, it's a good day for chili's the theme as a Joplin church hosts a chili and soup kickoff.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
A pickup truck overturns and catches fire in a 2-vehicle crash just north of Joplin. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Chris Warner. Just after 10 last night, a small passenger car heading west on Baseline Boulevard crashed into a pickup truck that was northbound on Missouri 43. The pickup truck overturned and caught fire. 6 people were injured, 2 of them seriously. Asbury Fire and Rescue, Tri-Cities Fire District, METS, Jasper County Sheriff's, Oronogo Police, and the Missouri State Highway Patrol all responded to the crash. It was just a little bit warmer today than it was yesterday, and of course the sun was shining. Nick Kelly joining us.
Perfect way to wrap up this weekend, Chris. No complaints whatsoever from the weather department or quite frankly anybody for that matter. We decided to pass a cold start around 23 this morning, but then we cranked the thermostat up to 44 degrees, so quite a bit warmer compared to the 30s that we saw yesterday on our Saturday. Not much to show in the Skywatch Storm Tracker. We're seeing mostly clear skies now. That'll stay the case as we go through the overnight, but we have a quick warm front that'll come on through tonight and follow that with another cold front up to the north and west. What is that going to do with temperatures in the short term? Well, that warm front is going to help us out overnight. Right now we're sitting in the mid-20s to about the lower 30s. This is pretty much the numbers that will hold steady right as we get into the midnight hour. But as we go through the overnight, that passing warm front will actually get us back near 30 before we get the morning drive to work and school underway. But the rest of our Valentine's Day, Chris, even with that cold front shifting that wind around, we're going to continue to trend warmer. Sunny skies, highs in the mid-50s. We'll see how the rest of the week's shaping up here in a bit.
All right, Nick, thank you. Coley's Cookies hosted a Galentine's cookie decorating party today. The business provided everything needed to decorate 6 individual Valentine's Day and llama-themed cookies. There were instructors on hand to help as well. Today's class was for everyone ages 16 and up, and those taking part received a bakery box to take cookies home after the event.
A lot of people come in and want to learn how to decorate cookies, so we do classes for kids and for adults, and we thought today, with it being Super Bowl, that maybe there was some ladies that wouldn't necessarily want to be at the game watching it, so we would have a little get together here. So we're decorating some Valentine's Day cookies that they get to take home with them.
Coley's Cookies is one of a series of new businesses in the 900 block of South Main in Joplin. Southeast Kansas Humane Society hosted their 45th annual chili feed today. The event was a drive-through style hosted outside the Memorial Auditorium in Pittsburgh. Chili dinners were available, which of course included chili, as well as a brownie and even a drink to go with it if you'd like. All of the proceeds of today's dinner go directly to the Humane Society.
There's no words for it. The communities, they are just so supportive of the fur babies that my heart smiles just with all the outgoing concern, care, and love for them.
Brackett says on average they raise between $6,000 and $7,000 for the Humane Society. And chili was the theme today, even though that wasn't the theme temperature-wise, as the Byers Avenue United Methodist Church hosted a chili and soup cook-off today. And as if the cook-off wasn't enough, there was also a dessert auction.
Well, here at Byers Avenue United Methodist Church today, we've been holding our annual chili cook-off and dessert auction. And we use the money for missions in our community, and this year we're kind of using it for our Thursday night meals that we're providing for the community and for our Bible study.
The event took place at the church and kicked off after the morning service. Drivers in Joplin need to be prepared for some signal changes this week in downtown. There's some stormwater work that's taking place in the area of 10th and Main. Now, because of this, a traffic signal pole has to be removed, and 10th Street west of Main is already closed. Starting Tuesday, February the 15th, the signal will change to a flashing yellow for Main Street traffic, and a flashing red for 10th Street traffic. Now, this closure and change in the signal is expected until a new signal pole can be put back in, which is expected to take about 3 weeks. Missouri Senator Josh Hawley has announced who he is endorsing to take Senator Roy Blunt's seat after he retires later this year. Emily Manley from our affiliate KTVI has the story.
4 of the 6 candidates had 90 minutes Saturday to tell a room full of supporters why to vote for them. But the biggest news of the day was actually before the forum, when Senator Josh Hawley endorsed Congresswoman Vicky Hartzler.
I am so thrilled. I'm so grateful. He is such a champion for our conservative values in Washington and has been such a powerful voice for what Missouri believes in.
During a statewide gathering of Republican leaders and activists, the candidates hoping to fill Senator Roy Blunt's seat took the stage.
I think the first thing we need to do is secure the border.
We've got to get spending under control. We have a government that ignores the Constitution. We have a government that ignores the law.
Moments before the forum,
Thank you. Look forward to working together.
Senator Josh Hawley announced he is endorsing Congresswoman Vicky Hartzler.
People trust Josh. They respect him as a true conservative who is out there on the forefront fighting, and for him to recognize that I am that way as well.
While it was not mentioned during the forum, other candidates told reporters they were not surprised.
I knew that was coming for a long time. Whenever the day that Vicky hired Josh's team at On Message to represent her, I called Josh and I said, this looks to me like that, you might be getting into Vicky.
Josh Hawley's endorsement of Vicky Hartzler is just what you would expect, that a person who's got high political office will endorse somebody else who's been a 5-term congressman.
On stage, topics like how to address crime, congressional redistricting, and changes candidates want to see in Washington.
We have to back the blue, back the police, fund the police, don't defund the police.
This is the fight to save America. As your Attorney General, I have taken Joe Biden to the Supreme Court twice and won already, and we're going to continue that fight.
And make sure our kids are taught the ABCs and not CRT.
Now, during our interview, Hartzler said that she has more endorsements, but could not release any details. Congressman Long says that he plans to support the winner of the primary, no matter which Republican candidate wins. The other 2 candidates, Eric Greitens and Missouri Senate President Dave Schatz, were also invited to the forum, but did not attend. Reporting for our Missouri Capitol Bureau in St. Charles, I'm Emily Manley.
We take this time now to honor one of our many 4-state heroes. Airman Brady Toole is currently serving in the Air Force, his hometown, Fort Scott. And we're proud to recognize Airman Brady Toole, tonight's 4-state hero. And remember, you want to learn more about other heroes, or better yet, nominate one of your own? Just head over to KOAMNewsNow.com. Up next, warehouse workers for one major tech company seeing some policy changes soon.
Drugstore.
Warehouse workers for one major tech company will soon be breathing freely. Amazon employees working in company warehouses will no longer be required to wear masks if they're vaccinated. Tech giant put this requirement into effect during the Omicron surge in December. Amazon also updated rules in place for paid time off, with those vaccinated eligible for COVID-19 related paid leave if they contract the virus, and those unvaccinated will lose COVID paid leave. Companies shortened mandated quarantine periods from 7 days to 5 days back in January off the back of a CDC recommendation. 2 major auto companies making adjustments to keep their businesses running during the Canadian trucker protests. Ford says all of its North American plants will run next week except for Ohio and Kansas City assembly operations. The company is making some operational alterations, including running fewer shifts and moving some products by air. Assembly at 2 General Motors plants in Ontario, Canada and Flint, Michigan were also altered. GM says it's working with suppliers to limit shortage issues. Police are working to clear a days-old blockade protest in Windsor, Ontario to free up travel and trade. The pain at the pump shows no sign of letting up. The average price of a gallon of regular gasoline shot up by 15 cents over the past 3 weeks. It now stands at $3.55 a gallon. Industry analyst Tribbley Lundberg of the Lundberg Survey says the price spike followed a jump in the cost of crude oil. Nationwide, the highest average price for regular gas is in the San Francisco Bay Area at $4.75 a gallon. The lowest average is in Houston at $3.05 for a gallon of gasoline. That guacamole you make might cost more as supply from Mexico gets a little more restricted. The U.S. announcing on Saturday they're going to temporarily suspend avocado shipments over security concerns. Avocados grown in the Mexican state of Michoacan won't be going to the U.S. after health authorities received threatening calls on their cell phones. Now, Michoacan is one of the largest avocado producers in Mexico. The area has faced major problems with gang violence. The U.S. is the top global consumer of Mexican avocados. Later on the KOAM News at 10, 3 new movies at the box office. We'll take a look at how they performed.
Plus, we have warmer temperatures locked in for the next few days, but our next storm system for midweek, that's locked in as well. We'll break it down next.
Vote now for the...
Nice to see the weekend wrap up on a quiet note, and it's still looking quiet from our vantage point, our live vantage point of Indigo Sky Casino and Resort outside of Seneca, Missouri. And it's the quiet skies that we saw now, that was you actually saw rather, throughout the course of the day, certainly helping out with temperatures after a downright cold Saturday behind Friday's cold front, only in the lower 30s yesterday afternoon. A little dip into the lower to middle 20s rather this morning, and then look at where we finally bounced back into the 40s today. We've got 50s for tomorrow and a couple days in the 60s for early this week. But that milder air is all ahead of our next potent storm system ready to roll on in. In the meantime, though, 7th the range line. Quiet outside, clear skies up top at 28 degrees with a south breeze at 5. It's a light breeze, still making it feel like 23, though, and for the effect against your skin. Most of us are mainly in the mid to upper 20s, a few spots around 30, 31 south of Interstate 44. But these are numbers that are primarily going to hold steady for the next few hours because while we did see temperatures cool down quite a bit with a northerly breeze to start the evening out, look at what's happening now. That south breeze kicking back into gear, and a couple good reasons for that. So let's break you down with the surface map here. We've got mostly clear skies on top. Normally this would allow temperatures to drop quite a bit throughout the overnight, but as high pressure departs and a warm front sweeps in overnight, that's what's bringing the south wind back into play. And we got to deal with a quick cold front coming out of Montana and North Dakota tomorrow. That's a dry front, though. No threatening weather with that whatsoever. But our main focus is on the upper level low working out of the Gulf of Alaska. Once it starts working on the land, we'll get a much better idea of how exactly it's going to have quite an impact on our weather setup by the middle of the week. In the short term, though, not much to show on the future track forecast. Mid to upper 20s by the midnight hour, potentially warming back into the lower 30s by the morning drive. Look at how sunny the skies are throughout the day tomorrow. And even with the light north and easterly breeze kicking in the afternoon as that cold front passes through, we're still going to warm up. 27 in the morning, 51 by noon, highs through 56. Looking pretty good not only for Valentine's Day tomorrow, but to get the new work week and school week started. Clear skies going into Tuesday morning, lows into the upper 30s to near 40. And even with partly sunny skies picking up Tuesday, we will still go mild with highs in the mid 60s. But again, that milder air on the partly sunny skies Tuesday, it's all because of this upper low digging into the desert southwest. And as it starts to kick out on Wednesday, ahead of an approaching cold front at the surface, this will be a chance for rain and thunderstorms throughout a good portion of the day. I think any severe weather will stay to the south. Then we got to deal with the backside of the system on Thursday. We do still have a good shot to pick up a rain-snow mix, but until that system comes on shore, we'll wait for another day or so until we can hone in on the finer details of how exactly Thursday will unfold. But plan on wintry weather Thursday nonetheless. But plan on a good day tomorrow. 56 Monday, 65 Tuesday, quiet skies. Thunderstorms Wednesday, winter blast on Thursday, Chris, and then right back into the 40s and back to 60 throughout the next weekend.
We have a very nice recovery following that winter blast and a very nice period leading up to it.
Yeah, I can't emphasize enough. A short winter blast and then warming right back up.
All right, Nick, thank you so much. Turning to sports now, Penn State softball is undefeated.
Nice start for the girls. 2 more games on the schedule today down in Bentonville. We've got the details. And of course, it's Super Bowl Sunday. Will it be the Rams or the Bengals? The highlights coming up. This is the Toyota Sunday Night Sports Feed. After a week of hype and anticipation, the Super Bowl is finally here. The matchup features two quarterbacks that were drafted #1 overall in their draft classes. It's both Matt Stafford and Joe Burrow's first Super Bowl appearance. The Rams, playing in their home stadium, are 4-point favorites. Rams driving in the first, Matt Stafford finds Odell Beckham Jr. for the 17-yard score. He later exits the game with an injury and doesn't return. The Bengals now, Joe Burrow launches a deep pass to Jamar Chase, and what a catch, one-handed for the big gain. Cincinnati settles for a field goal, though. To the second, Stafford to Kupp in the back of the end zone, 13-3 Rams. Then a little Bengals trickery, Burrow to Joe Mixon, Mixon to T. Higgins for the score, 13-10 LA at half. First play out of the break, Joe Burrow launches it to T. Higgins. He's free to go, 75-yard touchdown, Bengals with the lead. Skipping to the fourth, this drive is awesome for the Rams. Stafford and Kupp get to work, capping off the drive with the touchdown. LA back on top. Bengals with the ball now with the game on the line. Aaron Donald brings the pressure, and that is the game. Rams are Super Bowl champions. Cooper Kupp is named MVP. 23-20 the final from SoFi. Pitt State is off to a hot start in their first season under head coach Jenny Fuller. The Gorillas are 4-0. In the final day of the Alvey Early Memorial Classic, Pitt State playing two games. First up, Pitt State rolls by Wayne State in a run rule victory, 17-3. Gabby Schultz hits a 3-run home run. Then in game two, Pitt State drops their first game of the season. Harding walked it off to win 10-8. Kylie Boley had a home run, and Cammie Zimmerman hit a bases-loaded double that scored 3. Southern also plays a doubleheader today to close out the Edmond Regional Festival. Game 1 against Southern Nazarene. It takes 9 innings, but the Lions get the win 5-4. Leighton Withers goes 3 for 5 with an RBI. Adriana Young adds 2 RBI off 2 hits. In Game 2, Oklahoma Christian rolls by Southern 12-4. Ashlyn Williams 2 for 3 with an RBI for the Lions. Pitt State Track and Field hosted the 7th annual Gorilla Indoor Classic on Friday and Saturday. It's the Gorillas' final meet before the MIAA Indoor Championships, which begin on the 25th. On Friday, Pitt State won the men's distance medley and broke the school record. Christine Williams placed first in the 200 meters. She broke her own school record and posted the fastest time in Division II this season. In Saturday's action, the men broke 5 more school records, and 4 athletes placed first. Hunter Jones won the high jump, LJ Kiner won the triple jump, Braylon Brewer placed first in the 400-meter dash, and Bryce Cron came up first in the 3,000-meter run. When we come back, we'll hear from the Missouri Southern women's basketball team. Plus, Kansas and Oklahoma go down to the wire. Highlights next.
We have a situation.
Welcome back to the Toyota Sunday Night Sports Feed. The Missouri Southern Lions went 2-0 this week, picking up wins over 21-ranked Missouri Western and Northwest. Now, back in early January, Southern dropped back-to-back games against these same two teams. They've come a long way, though. Southern hasn't lost a game since that road trip. The Lions are now winners of 11 straight.
I think it definitely shows that we've grown as a team throughout the season. You know, we faced some bumps and we faced some setbacks, but it just shows how strong we are and how confident we are in each other to, bounce back from stuff like that and just further into the rest of the season with confidence and knowing that, we aren't who we are at the beginning of the season.
The Kansas Jayhawks have played 5 ranked teams in their last 5 games. They went 3-2 in that span, including a loss to Texas in their most recent time out. Saturday, the Jayhawks at home taking on Oklahoma. Kansas trailing in the first. Ochai Agbaji hits the 3. And later, Zach Clements sinks his own triple to give Kansas a 1-point lead. Under a minute to play now, Jayhawks up 6. Jordan Goldwire from deep knocks it down. Sooners within reach. And then off the turnover, Elijah Harkless gets the basket. 1-point game. Final seconds, Goldwire to tie it. His shot no good. Kansas escapes Oklahoma, winning 71-69. Arkansas coming off a win against #1 ranked Auburn at Alabama on Saturday. Keon Ellis lobs it up. Charles Bediako throws it down. And then off the inbounds pass, J.D. Davison to Jawan Gray for the two-handed jam. Tide keeps rolling. Davison gets the bucket and foul. Double-digit lead for Alabama with a three-point play. Extending their lead, James Rojas gets the steal, finishes on the other end, and the foul. But hold up, Razorbacks making a comeback here. J.D. Note, big three. Arkansas down by 1 now. 30 seconds on the clock. Noah Gurley hits the turnaround jumper. Alabama hangs on, snapping Arkansas's 9-game winning streak, 68-67. That's a look at sports. We're back right after this.
At Midwest Hearing, AMNewsNow.com.
3 new movies did their best to shake up the box office on what's typically a slow Super Bowl weekend. Here's David Daniel with the top 5 estimates.
One day you wake up and realize you're not sure who the good guys are anymore.
Blacklight, Liam Neeson's latest action thriller, debuted in 5th place with $3.6 million. $7.2 million gave Spider-Man No Way Home 4th place and a domestic total of $759 million. Marry Me opened in 3rd place with a pre-Valentine's debut of $8 million. Jackass Forever lost the top spot, falling to 2nd with $8.1 million. The Agatha Christie adaptation Death on the Nile took in $12.8 million. Not the strongest debut, but enough to top the chart. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
It's interesting. It seems like we've had the same few movies the last several weekends. Now we got 3 new ones to go check out.
And I didn't hear Spider-Man. At least I don't think I did.
Spider-Man was in there, but he was in 4th place this time. Nick Kelly's forecast is in 1st place as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, that's where my mind is focused on, especially for the next few days. Mild, dry, 56 for your Valentine's Day, 65 Tuesday. Sticking with Doug's pattern, the next big system for the middle of the week. We'll plan on rain and storms Wednesday, and another shot of winter Thursday.
All right, thank you all so much for joining us. Be sure to catch the morning show at 5 a.m. We'll see you back here next weekend. Thanks for making us part of your night.
Service is provided by the